The Azerbaijan Government Scholarship is here again, and this one is fully funded just like every other one you've seen so far on my video, and which means that all your major expenses will be covered. And I'm talking about tuition fees, international flight, health insurance, and even a monthly stipend to help with your living expenses. It is truly an opportunity you don't want to miss. Now, the purpose of this video is to make sure that those of you that have subscribed to this channel have every information you need. And for those that are interested, I usually won't have to keep out some information because I know there are people out there that need this opportunity. Okay, now this scholarship is different from the usual one that I've been posting because the application process is totally different, and I'm going to be showing you the steps on how to go about it. I sent the school an email and they responded on the process a little bit, and I will go through the screen record of the PDF from the government scholarship page on how everything is, from the eligibility, the requirements, and everything you need to know about this scholarship, and which is why you have to stay up till the end so you can understand everything in detail on how the process is. Okay, and yes, so there is also more to this. Okay, this scholarship has age limits for different level of studies. For example, for undergraduate and general medicine programs, there is an age limit. For graduate and residency programs, there is an age limit. For doctoral programs, there is. Okay, now we have to check this. There's a monthly stipend of 800 Azerbaijan currency, which is approximately $470 US, and then they have courses in English. I think a few courses in English, and then most courses are also in Azerbaijan, whereby you have to go through a preparatory course for 1 year. Okay, and they also require some certification for language, not IELTS per se, but if you can prove that your previous degree was held in English language, then you have to just provide the certification proving that. Okay, now this scholarship covers your, like I said, health insurance, travel allowance, and accommodation. You don't have to worry about that. Now the email I got here says, I'm just going to read through real quick before I show you my screen. It says, please note that interested candidates should submit the applications, which is a nomination form and a copy of passport. The nomination form is going to be on the PDF. You can send me an email and I'll forward this email to you so you can download the nomination form, and I'll also put the link on the description. I think I will do that. Now it says interested candidates should submit the applications, which is the nomination form and the copy of your passport, to the relevant government authorities, which is the ministries and the embassies at your home country no later than May 15, 2025. That's the deadline. If you don't have an embassy of Azerbaijan, you may apply to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in your home country or the accredited embassy of the Azerbaijan in your neighboring country. Okay, now I'm going to be showing you my screen, and if you have any questions, please keep it on the comment. I'll try my best to answer the best way I can. Now let's get right into the video. Stay tuned. Okay, now here on my screen, study in Azerbaijan. It says call for Heydar Aliyev International Education Grant Program 2025-2026 academic year. Here, general information. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Ministry of Science and Education of the Republic of Azerbaijan are pleased to announce the Heydar Aliyev International Education Grant Program for 2025-2026 academic year. The higher education scholarship by the government of Azerbaijan will be offered on an annual basis for a period of 5 years. Okay, I'm not going to be reading everything, but let's come here. It says Azerbaijan, okay, from here. The President of the Republic of Azerbaijan on this date provides an excellent opportunity for selected candidates to study in the leading universities of Azerbaijan at the preparatory courses undergraduate, graduate, doctoral, general medicine, and medical residency programs. This is a very good one. Now, annually, 100 international students will benefit from the scholarship. The citizens of the following countries are eligible to participate in the program: member states of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, member states of the Non-Aligned Movement, small island developing states, countries sharing common cultural, ethnic, and historical ties with Azerbaijan. Now, this is what the scholarship or the grant is about. The objective of the program is to contribute to the development of human capital in other countries and to support the education of foreign nationals in higher education institutions of Azerbaijan by granting scholarships on full-time basis at the bachelor's, including general medicine education, master's, including medical residency, doctoral levels, as well as preparatory courses. Now, education levels, bachelor's programs for 4 to 5 years. This period is determined based on educational programs approved for each specialty. General medicine programs 5 to 6 years, master's program 1.5 to 2 years, medical residency program 2 to 5 years, doctoral PhD 3 years. Okay, the duration of preparatory courses ranges from 6 months to 1 year and is determined by the higher education institution. Scholarship benefit. The applicants approved for the scholarship will be provided with the following: tuition fees, tuition fee and language preparatory courses. So in accordance with the language of instruction for the study period at the undergraduate, graduate and general medicine, medical residency, doctoral level. The scholarship covers the tuition fees. That's what this is saying. Number 2, it covers international flight. An international economy class flight ticket to Baku, Azerbaijan, from your country of origin and from Azerbaijan. Okay, now monthly allowance of 800 AZN, which approximates to $470 for accommodation, daily expenses, educational materials, 10 months each year except July and August. Yearly, so this is for medical insurance. Okay, the scholarship also covers medical insurance, yearly allowance of 200 AZN, which approximates to $117 for medical care and medication during your study period in the country. Note, all the privileges and payments under Part 3 scholarship benefit to be applicable only for the duration of each program described under Part 2 educational level. Okay, so under Part 3, this monthly allowance will be applicable only for the duration of your program under Part 2 educational level. Okay, all right, depends on the study of your program here. Now let's come here. Timeline of the call: submission of applications, first stage to the relevant government authorities of the applicant's country, ministries, embassies. So you have to send in your application to the embassies in your country, and it has started actually since the 15th of March and will end on the 15th of May 2025. Now, the review and evaluation of candidates by the respective government authorities from May 16th to 31st of May 2025. Now, here we have registration of application, second stage in the CIACAS. This is the Azerbaijan admission system. This is going to be from June 1st to June 15th. And then review and evaluation of candidates will begin from June 16 to July 15, 2025. Notification of the selected candidates from July 16 to July 31st, 2025. And then the start of the academic section will begin on the 15th of September, 2025. Last date for the arrival into the country would be 30th. So you have to make sure that in everything you are doing, you must be in the country latest by the 30th of September 2025. Respective state entities, government authorities of candidates country will get in touch with the shortlisted applicants to ensure the registration process in the CIACAS. These dates may vary for students enrolled in preparatory courses for medical program. Now, this is the application criteria. Citizens of the Republic of Azerbaijan or individuals whose citizenship in the Republic of Azerbaijan have been terminated will not be considered for the scholarship. Now, this is the age requirement. Undergraduate and general medicine programs, foreign nationals below 35 years as of 15th of September 2025. You cannot be more than 35 years, so 35 and below. Please, if you're already 35 years, you cannot apply for this. Okay, at least from 32 years. If you are 32, you can apply. Okay, just to be on the safe side. If you are 33, you can apply as well. 34, you can still apply. Now, graduate and medical residency programs, foreign nationals below 40 years as of 15th of September. If you are going for your master's, doctoral programs or PhD, you have to be below 45 years old as of 15th of September. Okay, now the process. For official nomination by the respective state entities, government authorities, the applicants must submit the required documents to the relevant authorities for the first stage of the application process. The last date of the submission is on the 15th of May 2025 at 6 p.m. Baku time. If the candidates are officially nominated by the respective government authorities, they will proceed to the second stage of the application process and apply through study in Azerbaijan Centralized Admission Service, okay, which is the SIACAS website, portal.edu.az, from June 1st until June 15, 2025. After logging in SIACAS website, applicants must choose the relevant admission channel, which is this one. You can see here, Haidar Aliyev International Education Grant Program. This is the one you select to apply. Now, candidates can choose up to 3 specialties at different higher educational institutions of the Republic of Azerbaijan in the appropriate channel. Let's proceed. Applicants may track status of the applications and get notifications for the next stage, so you can just read through. Next stage here, requirements. You need a completed nomination form that you have to fill in here. This is a PDF format, okay, so it's not actually on the website. I'm going to send the link on the description. And then copy of diplomas and transcript from prior high school or higher education institution. The applicant's academic marks, GPA of the previous degree of study, general secondary education, bachelor's degree, general medicine education or master's degree, medical residency must not be less than 70 on a scale of 0 to 100 or 7 on a scale of 10 or equivalent of the relevant marking system. Now, number 3 requirements, copy of the medical certificate including HIV and AIDS, hepatitis B and C test. Copy of a valid passport that confirms the applicant's identification information, which is a copy of your international passport. They need a CV or a resume, and also proficiency in the language of study. If you are studying in English or if you're studying in English, they need, for undergraduates, those that are going for bachelor's, you have to provide a minimum of 5 band score of IELTS or TOEFL or 40. For postgraduates, which is for masters, you are required to provide an IELTS of 5.5 band score or TOEFL of 50, and the language of study of the previous education must be in English. So if you didn't study for bachelor's, if you didn't have your secondary school taught in English, you cannot apply for this one. Okay, and if you had your bachelor's degree in another language aside from English, you cannot apply for this. So it must have been that you've had your educational background taught in English to be eligible for this scholarship. Okay, and now other documents to be attached. You need the motivation letter, local and international awards if applicable, if you've received any previous award. Okay, now prerequisites for the documents. Make sure your documents are legible, very clear, readable and clear. Documents must be in one of the following languages, either Azerbaijani, Turkish, English and Russian. Okay, and it has to be notarized. Documents in a language other than those indicated above must be accompanied by a notarized translation in English. The applicants must submit the documentation in PDF format. Candidates must also submit a medical certificate including the HIV and AIDS, hepatitis B and C test from the relevant clinics in their country of residence. The medical certificate has to be dated no more than 3 months before the submission of application and must verify that the applicant is in good health for travel and study. If the certificate is in a language other than Azerbaijani, Turkish, English and Russian, it should have a certified translation. All requested documents must be uploaded along with the application in the SIACAS website before the deadline, which is June 15 at 6 p.m. Baku time. Now, the results and consideration will be communicated. Okay, all of this information here is here. I'm going to leave this document so you read everything here. You see the list of programs they have, list of eligible countries, diplomatic missions, list of programs here. Okay, here you can see for bachelor's preparatory courses, yes, because it's taught in Azerbaijani. All the courses here that are taught in Azerbaijani, you have to go for preparatory programs. Okay, so any of the courses that you see here that is taught in Azerbaijani, you have to go for preparatory courses. Okay, all right. Instruction language is determined by the academic supervisor. Azerbaijani. Apparently most of their courses are in Azerbaijani, so you have to make sure that you are willing to go for the preparatory course. Okay, all right, now these are all we have here. So this is all we have for today. If you have any questions, remember to send an email to the school. And thank you very much for watching this one. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.